Amara stood at the edge of the village, her white gown now stained with mud and sweat. Her heart pounded as she held the dagger tightly in her hand. It hadn't been more than 2 hours since what should have been the happiest day of her life turned into a nightmare. She could still hear the cries and remember the smell of smoke from the torch chapel. Fear gripped her memory, but anger fueled her drive forward. On the morning of her wedding, Amara had been filled with joy, surrounded by friends and family. Her fiancé, Liam, had looked dashing as ever, his eyes reflecting the same love she felt. The ceremony had just begun when the raiders stormed in, barbaric warriors under the command of Lord Xavier, a man known for his ruthlessness and greed. They demanded gold and prisoners, and when they met resistance, they slaughtered the innocent and set fire to the chapel. In the chaos, Liam had been taken, and many had fallen. While the others fled, Amara had hidden, swearing vengeance with silent tears streaming down her cheeks. Finally clad in a ruined wedding dress, Amara now walked through the darkening forest toward Xavier's fortress. She had no grand plan, no army at her back, just the dagger and a heart full of resolve. As night fell, the fortress loomed ahead. Amara watched from a distance, calculating her approach. She knew the guards would be sparse, as raiders often basked in the spoils of their plunder, carelessly drunk and overconfident. She slipped through the shadows, evading detection till she reached the inner sanctum where Xavier reveled with his men. The scene was chaotic. Laughter and music masked Amara's approach. One guard stood by the entrance, barely conscious. With swift precision, Amara struck, her dagger silently ending his life. She moved inside, her eyes scanning for Liam. Across the room, tied and beaten, Liam's figure met her gaze. Renewed by his sight, Amara's steps quickened. She felt Xavier's presence before she saw him, a towering figure boasting about his latest conquest. Amara's pulse quickened, her grip on the dagger tightened. With a primal scream, she launched herself at Xavier. The room fell silent as her blade found its mark. Chaos erupted, but Amara paid no heed, her singular focus was freeing Liam. She reached him, cutting through his bindings. Liam, though weakened, managed to stand with her support. Together, they faced the stunned raiders who, now leaderless, scattered in fear. Amara and Liam slipped away into the night, the fortress behind them a symbol of justice reclaimed. The flames of the torch chapel no longer felt like a nightmare, but a beacon guiding them home. Amara's wedding day had been ruined, but her love and determination had forged a new path, one of strength and unyielding resolve.